My name is Benedict Owusu. Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. The most lucrative final in the world was played yesterday at Wembley. It was between Aston Villa and Derby. Well, Albert Adma played a part in that game as Aston Villa won by 2-1, and by virtue of that, they've qualified for the English Premier League next season and also got a staggering amount of £170 million. We'll show you a highlight of how it all happened yesterday, plus other games and the Roland Garros. There'll be update here, but we have to start here on the local season normalization special competition. You know, the semi-finals pairings were out after the last round of matches in the various groups. Accra Heartful, Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, Karela, Ashanti Gold. Well, what we were made to understand was that the winner of the respective groups were going to host one of semi-finals at their venue. So in the case of Kumasi Asante Kotoko Accra Hearts of Oak, the semi-final is to be played at the Accra Stadium. In the case of Ashanti Gold and Karela, is to be played at the Obuasi Linkley Stadium. But there's a statement from Kumasi Asante Kotoko trying to clarify something, and fortunately we have, so there you go, the statement is on your screen, and the heading is notice of breach of Article 11 Clause 5 of the NC Special Competition Regulations. And I'm not going to read the statement. I have on the phone, that's Lawyer Safuduku, he's Communications Director of Asante Kotoko, to tell us more about this statement. Lawyer, thanks so much for joining me this morning. I mean, so just briefly take us through what the statement from your club means. Hello, Lawyer.
Hello, Benedict.
Yes, thanks for joining me. I was just asking, your statement, what exactly do you seek to communicate?
Well, the statement is in reaction to a letter from the FA dated 20th May, which indicates that the semi-final matches are to be played in a one-off. And we are saying that that is in conflict with Article 11.5 of the very regulations that the FA sent to us before the tournament, with a covering letter dated 7th February 2019.
And what does the article say?
The article says that the semi-final matches shall be played in double-legged. So we are drawing the attention of the FA to a breach of their own regulations for the tournament.
Okay, but is that the only thing you cited in your statement?
Well, they also talk about the share of the proceeds. That is through the matches be played in one-off. They have indicated that in their letter that the home team will take 40% and then the away team will take 30%. And we believe that that is also not fair because the regulations of the game seek to promote fairness and equity. So that is also not fair.
Okay, but Mr. Safo, it's not because you're playing against Accra Heartful, that's why you guys are coming out with all these articles and breaches. I mean, if we were to be playing a team like, let's say, Mediama SC or possibly maybe Mediama are in your zone, so let me use a team in Zone B as an example. So if we were to be playing, let's say, Liberty, Professionals, Karela, Dwarves, Elmina Sharks, you think you guys would have, you know, brought this out?
That is not the case. Every competition is regulated by laws. And we are saying that they sent us copies of the regulations, and attached to the regulations was a form for us to sign to indicate that we've accepted the terms.
Okay.
And there hasn't been any amendment to the fair regulations, so we find it unfair. So we stand for the truth, we stand for fairness and justice. It's not about the club we are playing with.
Okay. All right. Lawyer, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate that. All right, so that was Samuel Safuduku. He is a spokesperson of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Of course, they have actually, you know, in terms of their regulations for this very competition, that's the normalization special competition, he says it's not because they are playing against Accra Heartful, that's why they are bringing this out, but just to set the rules straight. So we'll definitely follow that, and I will bring you more in terms of the reactions that will come. But we have to move on and still here on the local scene. Reginald Assante's Liberty Professionals, they've made the Tier 2, that's the one of 32 after finishing third in Premier B, and they will play Sky FC tomorrow at the Carindorf Park. Well, ahead of that game, Reginald has praised his team for what he describes as a successful campaign.
Well, it's an exciting campaign, and honestly speaking, committed boys, and then it's an all-round team. mixture of new boys and then some old guys, experienced guys like Simon Zibo, Frederick Ansan, Michael Ampidu, and then Fatal, the goalkeeper. It was a good exercise for at least Liberty, because most of our guys is out of town. They've left abroad, and we are trying to do a rebuilding. So this exercise has really given us at least a good platform for we to even have a good assessment of some of the boys. Honestly speaking, people were not expecting us. You know, before the commencement of the NC, people were expecting that Liberty maybe will end up probably at the 5th or 6th position. But we are grateful to God, at least where God positioned us at the 3rd position. We are okay. We are still waiting the FA Cup. And then the program is, they shouldn't expect anything, but all they should expect is we win match after match.
Well, then Reginald has lauded Coach Kwesi Appiah for naming 3 home-based players in the 29-man provisional team. Now, we have Asante Kotoko, Duo Felix Annan, and Abdul Fattah, Accra Hearts folks, and Mohammed Al Hassan. They made the cut. This excites the Liberty coach. You must be very happy with that.
Yeah, this is a sign that the current coach of the Black Star also values the local league, because sometimes I think some years back when there is a call-up, there is no local player, and I think even if they go and they are dropped, it's even a sign that they are still monitoring our local league, and we are happy. You know, they called 2 Kotoko players because they were in form, they were active playing Africa, and then House of Folk were also training and playing friendly matches as well. So the 2 teams, and the call-up is not something like a bias. They deserve the call-up.
Finally, your player of his chamber for. Well, in terms of our build-up to the Africa Cup of Nations, the Joy AFCON Minute this morning takes a look at the expatriate coaches that are going to be in Egypt. My colleague Baba Tando has more.
There will be 13 expatriate coaches heading to Egypt for the 2019 Total African Cup of Nations. Of this number, France has the highest representation of 7. The remaining 6 come from Mexico, Germany, Netherlands, Serbia, Belgium, and the United Kingdom. There will be 11 African coaches at the tournament, with 10 of them being indigenes of the countries they manage, with the exception of Tanzania, who will be coached by a Nigerian, Senegal, Mali, Algeria, La Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, Burundi, Guinea-Bissau, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and DR Congo will be managed by one of their own. Follow the hashtag JoyAfcon on social media. Salam.
Well, let's talk some tennis. The French Open is also ongoing, and top seeds Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal secured their places in the French Open second round. With routine victory, Serena Williams survived a scare as she fought back to beat Russian world number 83, Vitalia Diachenko, in the French Open first round. There'll be more in terms of highlights and updates when you join us at 2 on Sports Today. That's how we end sports. I'm Benedict Osu. Thanks so much for your company.